whether you buy into the idea that I had some kind of potential or discard it, um, there's no question that I was raised in a student of Allegheny Community College of Allegheny County, CCAC. Um, my workplace was there, and I had many experiences that I learned from there. I interviewed Peter Gabriel, which became something of an incident for the Allegheny View newspaper. So for preparation for Memorial Day, I thought I would reflect on Dr. Edna Mackenzie, who was a historian at the Community College of Allegheny County, who I met late in life. She was a colleague of my mother's. I have somewhere a photograph of her with Jimmy Carter. When we look at the situation of memorabilia, often people mistake historic relics for memorabilia. Historic relics should be distinguished from memorabilia because memorabilia is collector's items from the past, which are curiosity value. Historic relics, by contrast, are things to be understood in context to recognize their value or their impact. And this understanding that comes from scholarship recognizes the meaning and dignity of scholarship. Edna had given into drink late in life, but didn't undermine in the eyes of her peers her great accomplishments in the region for the civil rights movement. As a black woman of independence and standing, and she campaigned long and hard and arduously, taking every student very seriously for awareness about American history and the black experience. So when people want to be remembered, it's because they treasure the people around them and believe in hope that lies in reciprocation. One of the things I remember most fondly about Dr. Mackenzie was that she convinced Ralph Proctor to teach at CCAC, and he reminded everybody of things from elementary school years that we had learned, like about the grandfather clause and the literacy tests by which the bigots tried to disempower the black vote. Part of it reaches me because of how my past and childhood were blanked out by white racism. I was attacked and very meaningfully dislocated throughout most of my life. But it is a Memorial Day, and Memorial Day is a time of remembering the service of veterans. Dr. Proctor was a Korean War veteran. I believe the man who founded the Buffalo Soldiers Museum here in Tacoma was also. I'm not sure of that, but I believe he may have been. He was a prisoner of war of North Korea at one point, I think. But whatever you may feel about the divisions caused by such conflicts in Asia, here in the United States, Memorial Day is a time when we are to put that aside. It's an awkward compromise, but I used to go to the Memorial Day service in Chinatown where there's a cenotaph with the names of the 12 veterans of World War II who were Chinese Americans in Cape Pagoda who perished in the conflict. And the Jade Guild come out. Henry Fallon Goon, I believe is the name of one group. Chinese Girl Scout team. There used to be a 21 gun salute and a trumpet. It's a very distinguished ceremony where the families of the deceased lay flowers at the cenotaph in their honor. So Memorial Days come to mean for me not only the spiritual divisions in our society by sibling strife, because not everybody prefers one side or the other in these conflicts, even when right and wrong is clearly established. Many people would prefer to remain aloof or argue for the blemished. And it also comes to mean memorializing people whose lives were invested in giving spiritual dignity to the United States. Spiritual dignity in the city of Pittsburgh, in my humble opinion, is somewhat difficult to come by. There's a lot of aggression and clan type activity throughout. It's not limited to one race or the other. I often say that Roberto Clemente saved Pittsburgh from itself many times over. I remember Roberto. I don't relinquish the right to address the lampoon made of me by my peers in that awful city and what it means. But it is very truly someplace special in some ways. Memorial Day is not just for the fallen soldiers, it's for the people who we cherish and remember. There's a line in Tolkien about the hobbits, Pippin and Meriadoc, Peregrine and Meriadoc, Tooks. It's true, if they knew what they faced, they would not dare, but they would wish they dared. I believe that many of the best people in Pittsburgh wish that they were more idealistic and wish that they had a reason to promote healing and meaning rather than the sort of predatory mentality that has taken root in that city. That doesn't mean there aren't people who openly scoff at such ideas. There are, and many of them are influential. I don't know the political ringleaders of the conservative ranks except by name. Richard Scaife Mellon has crossed my mind. Gregor Morgan has crossed my path. None of what they've done, in my opinion, really adds up to compassion and concern for the city of Pittsburgh and its people. But neither does Wilmette. It's an ugly place by and large. But I believe they wish they were better, some of them. They don't all throw in with the currents alive in that town as aspirations. Some of them do. And the meanness caused me to leave. They may pride themselves on having chased me out of town, but the people who were behind physically the abuse that led to my dislocation into homelessness and my severe injury here in Tacoma. I'm really very badly injured and it's irreversible. I'm going into assisted nursing, hopefully. Have some of them been caught for $1 million heists and so forth. And I did get a very touching letter from the mayor of Pittsburgh. I found the envelope, but not the letter. It was something of an apology. I have the envelope over here. That envelope means a lot to me. The letter may be missing, but the envelope is not empty. I guess that's the truth of the city of Pittsburgh, is that it's not spiritually empty. There's things there that matter, that are important, and people who are contributing, who are wise. I singled Dr. Edna Mackenzie out because late in life she was surrendering to her age, but she hadn't given up on the meaning of her life. I think it's suitable for Memorial Day.